Hi, welcome to Smosh Mouth. I'm Shayne.
And I'm Amanda. And we have a wonderful guest with us today, Tommy.
I found myself sitting in a chair with two people, but then I found out it was Smosh Mouth. 2 Sentence Horror!
Whoa!
Oh!
Wait, hey. Should I
Sounds
take
hard.
offense to that?
Yeah.
No, and I
No.
won't.
Good.
And I won't because I'm taking the high road.
That's great.
There you go. But then it turns out the high road had the
Oh.
goblins.
Oh, 2 Sentence Horror.
2 Sentence Horror.
2 Sentence Horror.
Smosh Mouth.
Today we're going to be reading some 2-sentence horror stories. We haven't done this in a minute. We did it once.
It's been a year?
It's been well over a year.
Wow.
Wow.
We
my
read these
God.
with Damien a long time ago. It was a blast.
It was a blast.
But now there's been some time for more 2-sentence horror stories to accrue, and primarily some bad ones. So we're going to be reading a bunch of those. And Tommy, you're joining us for it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I also like spooky things, so I feel
Yeah.
You're a
good
spooky
here.
guy.
And may I say, I think 2-sentence horrors are almost always bad.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any that made me go, oh, that's spooky.
It's
No.
I think there's some, because there's the classic that we read last time where it's like your mom calls for you up in the second story, and
Right.
you're walking up the stairs, and then all of a sudden you hear from the kitchen, "No, don't go up there. I heard it too." Your mom's voice from the
Oh,
kitchen.
Right,
wait,
so you don't know
yeah.
who's
So
your
like
mom?
those, it's like, what? Like
That's decent.
there's none that are gonna be like actually scary,
Right.
but it's kind of more like ooh, a spooky thought, you know, like or a good setup for a world or a story.
Right. Oh, I forget this. This is like for like a younger brain too, perhaps. Maybe I'm a jaded old man.
I
You
think
are
it's all
not.
over the place. I think.
Okay.
I think it just depends on.
I'm not
what
a
you're
hater. I'm
into.
excited. This is gonna be great.
I'm not excited. I'm not a jaded old man. I'm just a wonderful man. That's
I'm a
you.
wonderful regular age man.
You're regular aged.
Regular.
And
That's what my
I-
doctor said.
And that's very good.
I haven't been to the doctor in a year. That's not true.
Uh-oh.
It's not true. It's kind of true. What's up?
Don't do that. Not good.
Okay.
I go to the doctor all the time. I don't
Well,
know
'cause
why.
you have
Why?
a human baby inside
Because
of
we're
you.
checking in on that. I'm like, what's that feeling? A foot? Okay. A foot in the ribs.
Foot in the ribs. Aw, he's playing
Aw.
xylophone.
Yeah, he is.
Aw, cute.
So cute.
What's been going on, guys? We have a little. Okay, so,
So,
let me be honest. I accrued a bunch of bad 2-sentence horrors.
And he's worried that it's not enough.
I'm worried that I don't have enough. That if we start reading them now, we're going to run out.
I get it.
And I'd rather talk now.
What's the last horror movie you watched?
It kind of counts as a horror movie. Warfare, that A24
Wait,
like
that's
Iraq
out?
movie. Oh yeah, it's on.
Wait, the one with the kids running like this?
No, that's Weapons.
Oh, okay. I was like,
I'm
that's...
talking about Weapons. That movie looks scary.
No, I wanna
wanna
watch
see
that so bad.
I want to see Bring Her Back, but I haven't
So
seen it yet.
I watched Bring Her Back.
Okay.
It's out?
Yes, it is out.
I've heard people say they loved it. Did
He
you not
didn't
love
like it.
Okay, I didn't not like it. It's very contained.
Okay.
It's very like we have one set, and you're like, neat.
Oh,
so-
it's the bathtub.
What?
It's the kitchen. I mean, it's the bathroom. Isn't it all set in a
It's the
bathroom?
KFC.
It's not all set in a bathroom.
Okay, well,
That's interesting, though. I want to know what you're
What
thinking
the
about.
hell is going on?
what
It's a
movie
movie
am
called
I
The
thinking
Bathroom.
of?
You're thinking of Bathroom.
Isn't it the woman from Blue Jasmine? Don't worry about it.
Maybe. Anyway, it's good. It's good. It is good. It's kind of got that like. I like a friend of a friend was like, it made me cry again, and I was like, it made you cry
Right, again.
again. I mean, there's some. It's like acty, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. It's like drama acty with like a little bit of horror.
Got
But
it.
there's some things where it's like, I wish we explored that more. But instead, we did like this is a human story, as opposed to the like. Okay, well, you have a freak ass demon thing right there. Why aren't we
Yeah.
talking about that?
'Cause it's
but I'm
about-
a horror guy.
Because Bring Her Back's about grief, right?
Yes.
Because their previous movie, Talk to Me, is like one of my favorite
It's
horror movies.
I love
And Talk to Me is very clearly about drugs. Like, just
Yes.
very clearly about drugs. But I thought it was so awesome. I haven't seen it since I saw it in theaters, but that's probably one of my favorites. There's been some just banger horror movies these past few
Really good
years,
horror
'cause
movies.
That and Barbarian. I mean, dude.
And then
Oh,
Long Legs
Barbarian.
came around, and you were like, all right.
Longlegs was
Nick Cage did that.
It
the
was-
trailer was so awesome.
It was so awesome.
They were like, you're gonna fucking freak out about this movie, and then I watched it and I was like,
and it's
what?
Nick Cage being like,
No, the first half of the movie was like, we're not gonna let you see him, and then all of a sudden they're just in the store and they're like, by the way, he looks like this. He's like, hello. And you're like, oh,
He's
you
at the
spent this whole
hardware
time waiting, and then he's
Yeah.
like, actually, I make dolls and it's about demons. I don't know.
Yeah, Longlegs was, yeah.
Well, I told you what happened to me at Longlegs. I went to go see it at the Vista, and I went by myself, which was great. A bold move, but I loved it. And I sat down, and an old lady was sitting behind me, right? No big deal.
Terrifying.
She was alone. She was alone. Old. She had her mask, but it was here. She had a mask on. It was
Terrifying.
Here. No one's wearing masks really anymore, but it was here. She decided to get up, and the whole theater is pretty much open, and then sit next to me.
Yep.
Oh.
And the whole time, she kept turning her head to look at me.
Oh, well, she's inspecting.
Can I?
Yes, this happened. And I looked at her, and she went and looked away.
Oh,
for about 10 minutes.
Did you ever say, "Can I help you"?
I didn't say, "Can I help you?" I was very close. And then she got up and went back to her seat.
Maybe she thought you were her daughter.
I don't know.
You know what's so weird
Is that my daughter?
on several occasions I've seen movies by myself, and that shit has happened multiple times.
Same old lady?
No, just like another person comes and sits, and it'll be like an empty row, and they'll come and sit down next to you.
Yep.
And I've had this, a guy sat down next to me, kind of was looking around, and then he got up and he moved away after that. And I was like, what the hell is going on?
Y'all are doing solo movies wrong.
Wait, what should
gotta
we be
go,
doing?
Okay, there's row 1, row 2, maybe row 3 up front. No one ever wants to sit there.
Yeah.
Then there's like barricade, row, right? Your boat, gently downstream. Right in front of the barricade, we've got our accessibility pockets, but then there's usually 1 or 2 seats that are solo there.
And you do those.
You pop those when you go select, purchase.
Oh, I should do that.
You do that.
See,
That's the solo one.
The Vista didn't have that. The Vista's just like old school.
Right, so you're just sitting anywhere.
And when you go by yourself, it's always like an invitation. There's always that person that's like,
But that's what happens
know.
when you're solo going somewhere usually.
But
Is people are like, "Who's that?"
but they don't normally say anything to you.
Well, it's a movie theater.
Is it like is there like a secret, is there like a society of like, is this like a...
What's going on here?
I got to know if like there's something that I'm missing here, that this is a way that people meet up or something. It's like swingers or something where it's like, oh, well, you had the pineapple. It's like, well, I'm just sitting
Do
here
we
alone.
think the old lady was hoping to take me home?
I don't
Maybe.
know.
She's like, "You're my daughter." Nope.
No, you can be a different kind of daughter.
That's a horror movie.
But truly, I've seen maybe, in my life, I've seen 6 movies by myself in theaters.
That's
right?
it?
Yeah, probably that. I don't
I
know.
saw Hereditary by myself.
Oh, fun.
That's
That was
crazy.
incredible.
Good for you.
And I saw Talk to Me by myself. I've seen other ones by myself, but
Talk
those
to
are the
Me by
2.
myself is scary, I would say.
Yeah,
That's
I saw it
the hard
twice
one.
in theaters.
I saw Talk to Me by myself, technically, because I was there by myself, and then suddenly Luke and some other people came and sat in the row in front of me, some coworkers.
Oh, got it.
Here.
So you were alone
So
at first.
I was alone at first, but then I technically watched it with them. They just didn't know they were watching it
Oh,
with
that's
me.
that's a horror movie.
Did you tap their shoulder?
No, I waited till after the movie and then we talked.
You
nice.
waited until after the movie?
They walked in as the trailers were already like going. So like it was like the movie was kind of starting.
you
so I was like,
respect the
I'm just gonna
trailers.
chill here. Like I came to watch a movie by myself. I'm gonna chill here.
Good for you.
Okay. When you go to the movie theater, I'm sorry, I just remembered something and I'm
Whoa.
really passionate about it.
Love it.
Some people go, the movie is listed to start at 9:15. I'm going to leave my home at 9:15. And I'm like,
and I hate
what?
them. I hate them.
I
We
want
all
to be
hate
in
them.
my chair with my giant sugar-free root beer that I will drink 2 of, which is a 2-liter bottle, basically.
That's, how do you not get up and pee?
I do, but I run.
I was going to
anyway.
say.
No.
How do you movie theater? Do you get there way before and you sit and you're like on time and all that? Or are you like, I'm not going to watch the previews. I don't care if I miss the first 5 minutes of the movie.
No.
Sometimes all the
Shocking.
exposition is in the first 5 minutes of the movie.
If I miss the first 5 minutes of a movie, I'm
go.
leaving. I'm like, I've missed the movie.
I went and saw the new Mission Impossible movie, which, by the way, is one of the worst movies ever made. No,
He did his own stunts again.
It's hilarious.
No.
Did you like the other Mission Impossibles?
They were fine, but but anyway,
Okay.
I was with my Luke, and then we went and we showed up like 10 minutes into the movie, and they were like, now we've got to go. And I'm like, go where? And so for like 30 minutes, we were like, I don't know what this movie's about.
Why were you late?
Because other people in the household wanted to leave when the movie started.
You should have left them.
I would have said no. I would have said no.
I know.
We're not doing that.
Wait.
That is shocking behavior.
When the movie started or when the movie was
It's
listed to start?
Listed to start.
That's when they leave.
Because then it takes 22 minutes to get to the theater. Then I want to get my giant soda. Then we got to walk into the theater and sit down.
What
It's
was
like
their
30
logic? What was their logic for leaving when the movie starts?
I
Well,
hate
then
that.
they don't have to watch the previews.
But the previews are the
I
best
love
part.
previews.
The
I love
previews-
trailers.
I love
James
previews
is
too.
nodding his head. James, where do you
James,
stand
are you a
on this?
freak like that?
James, are you a freak?
Do you leave?
I've timed the trailers. and
He's
I
timed
think
the
you
trailers.
should Show up right before the movie.
And Alexcina is agreeing with that. We have monsters in this room with us.
Monsters.
I actually don't
I
respect
love trailers.
you guys.
I love trailers.
at all. I don't respect you. I don't want to see you.
James, I do not trust you behind the cameras
When-
right now.
Yeah. When we turn off the cameras,
no
do not
respect for
approach me.
cinematography.
No.
You are manning these cameras.
This is
No.
awful. The previews are the best part. You
I
want to
love-
get your seat,
Cozy on up.
get
I- look,
cozy.
let me
Eat
be
your whole
honest,
bowl of
I-
popcorn before the movie starts.
Exactly.
I get frustrated with how many trailers there are sometimes.
course.
Yeah.
But I like to be there for when the trailers start. This episode of Smosh Mouth is brought to you by Smalls. If you're a cat owner, you know that finding cat food that your cats like can be extremely difficult. And if you want to find cat food that doesn't have preservatives in it, that's going to be even harder. But with Smalls, that's what you're guaranteed. It is incredible, and my cats love it.
Yep. And also, Jennifer M. said, after every feeding, he gets this burst of energy and starts running around the house, and his fur is softer and more vibrant with higher contrast. Honestly, I wouldn't recommend anything else.
Wow.
That's huge.
That is high praise.
Yeah, high praise.
Now, this company was started by two guys home cooking cat food back in 2017. And so it started with a lot of love, and now it's turned into this. It's incredible. They sent us a bunch of food. My cats love it. I know a lot of people at the office grabbed a ton of it. It's awesome. So we're big fans.
That's so cool. I love that. What are you waiting for? Give your cat the food they deserve. For a limited time only, because you are a Smosh Mouth listener, you can get 60% off your first Smalls order plus free shipping by using my code SmoshMouth. That's 60% off when you head to smalls.com and use promo code SmoshMouth. Again, that's promo code SmoshMouth for 60% off your first order plus free shipping at smalls.com.
Back to the show.
Right meow, let's go.
Let's go. Right meow.
Right meow. I said it first.
I
are
feel
so
weird when the
fun.
music's like, it's fun. It's part of the thing.
I have getting there anxiety, you know?
Me too.
Oh, yeah,
Like, I like to
absolutely.
just be at the place that I want to be at.
Me too.
I don't like being late, if that,
I
you
hate
know?
it when you're trying to find parking
Oh, the parking
and you're
is...
so stressed out and you're like, we're going to miss the movie.
Right.
I won't go.
It is a story set in time for one chunk of time. You're going to miss part of the story. It's storytelling.
Yes, and the opening is like the most
It's
important
vital.
part.
I wonder if it's an LA thing because I do think in LA people are late. People are late to a lot of shit
It
in LA.
pisses me off when people
I
are
wonder,
super late.
I wonder if people listening or watching this from other states or countries are gonna be like, "Who does that?" But it's like common in LA.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
it's also just common in LA to be like, "Oh, we're having this thing, this dinner, this lunch, this whatever," and it's like people are gonna show up 45 minutes late.
Yeah.
Like that's just kind of a
Yes.
normal
and,
thing.
And that's so interesting to me. It's like being late to like events, okay, I can understand. But being late to a movie, like missing 15 minutes?
That's what I mean.
That's
I'll
just-
show up too late to an event because
Yeah.
they'll expect
Sure,
people to
sure,
show
sure.
up, you know.
It's a
But-
window.
right.
There's some things that are a window. A movie starts at a time, and that story's beginning. And if you miss 5 minutes, you don't know what's
Well,
going on.
I'm
don't know
not
what's going
friends
on.
with those people
Some people
anymore.
just don't care about the movies that much.
I think that's kind of the
I think
situation.
they don't really care. I don't think
Yeah.
they like movies that much. They're there to just like be there with friends.
That's really hard for me to handle.
Like, James
I think they
hates
just don't like
movies.
movies.
I've never been late to the movie.
So James has actually timed it out expertly. I'm with people that have not done that.
Okay, well, and
So-
to be fair, Alexcina works production. She knows how to time things out.
That's
You're
true.
with people who
Or winging it.
they're winging it.
Winging it.
No. I don't hang out with those people anymore. They're excommunicated from my life. Let's be real. Like, no. We don't go to movies together. Or I say, F off, I'm going in there.
Right.
Okay,
We were
I have a
carpooling.
question.
Yes.
If you go to the movies and you saw a couple or people who also went to the movies and you know them, you're like, oh my God, it's so good to see you, but you weren't planning on it. Do you guys then sit together or you go,
Well, most of the time there's reserved seats at
imagine
these
if
spots.
there wasn't.
You're going to
maybe
sit
sit
and
in-
watch a movie anyway, and you're not going to... listen, if it's a horrible, horrible movie, I love going over and be like, this guy's gonna die. You know, like I love being like, who the f***'s that guy?
Uh-huh.
But if it's just like a couple and then it's you and maybe you and someone else, it's like, we're just gonna sit there and watch this anyway.
So you kind of,
So
you
I'd
like
go, hey!
assume?
And then like I'd chat, and especially if we're here early before the movie.
Yeah.
We'll chat for a bit, and then I'll be
Yeah.
like, okay, let's debrief after, you know? And then we
Yeah.
go and sit and watch and then
And you
come
do
out.
your own thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
What about you? Are you like, let's sit together?
No.
Yeah.
I'm the same way, but I think I saw, this was years ago, I saw Friends, and I felt like they were mad at me, and maybe that was just, I don't know, because I really wanted to sit in this spot, and they're like, oh, we'll see you in there, come sit with us.
No.
And I went,
You got your spot.
oh, yeah. And I got really overwhelmed by it. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh no, Amanda, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And Garcia was like, it doesn't matter. Let's just sit with them. And I was like, but I don't know where they're sitting. It's got to be a specific
No.
spot. And then we walked in and they were not sitting in the place I wanted to sit.
Were they sitting like far in the back?
They were sitting far in the back. And I don't like that
I don't like
shit.
that
I
either.
like middle center.
Yep,
Exactly.
middle center.
Middle
Exactly.
center.
You're in the movie theater. You want it to be big.
You want it to be big.
You don't want to be up front going like, whoa!
Middle
And you don't want
center
to be in
is
the
the
back going,
best.
Hey?
right.
So I didn't sit with them. And then
Yeah.
after they were like, did you like the movie? Like, and I was like, oh no, are we done? Is this over?
It's over. You're going to excommunicate
It's a
them.
real thing that I still think about.
I will say I am an aisle, not a center, but that's because I've got to pee half of a 2 liter out.
See, I am mathematical about how much water I drink. I don't drink soda because that'll make me pee.
Same.
So I get a bottle of water and I'm like timing it out.
Same.
That I'm like, okay, I'm making
Okay,
sure that I'm
that's-
not.
you've-
We have
You're
the same
you're
exact
getting-
movie theater
You're getting
etiquette.
too.
Shayne,
you're getting
you and me
too-
are
We
very
are a
similar.
middle center. No, I'm an H or a G aisle for sure every
100
time.
H or G, my shit.
H13? Come on, give
An
it every
aisle?
time.
Anyone can snag you. Anyone can
I'm not
grab your
getting-
leg.
I'm not getting snatched.
What?
I've got to pee.
Anyone
gonna
can
have
walk
to
by
pee.
you and snatch you up.
Okay, this is where we're
you my
different
mom?
here. I don't know what's going on.
No, you don't sit in the aisle. It's just
And you bring someone
What do
with
you-
you,
what-
so you run to the bathroom and you come back and you go,
I'd be so pissed.
I
No,
hold it.
I'm not telling you. They're on the mission and it's impossible.
possible.
And he does his own stunts.
What do you get? You just get a bottle of water?
I just get a bottle of water, or I get like the cup and I get the free water, and then sometimes I put soda water and I don't tell them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, bad girl.
I'm a
Soda
bad
water.
girl.
Oh, crazy.
And
Okay.
I literally sip it throughout the whole movie so I don't go overboard. Because I do not like leaving and peeing. No, thank you.
Oh,
I don't either.
it's not that big of a
I am
deal.
not leaving.
So I will sit there with a diaper for the whole. I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. I'm not wearing a diaper. I'll just let it go through the seat.
Yeah. That's what they're built for.
Can you imagine?
Built for that.
They're built for that. Super
Yeah,
absorbent.
they can handle that.
I was not expecting you to say that. That's awesome.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we want to read 2-sentence horror stories?
Yeah, let's do it.
Feel more secure about it?
I pulled up the Reddit. Yeah, I feel a little more
I
secure
feel
now.
cured enough. Crude enough.
I found one from this is from like roughly a year ago, not quite a year ago. This is a good one. This was like popular on the 2-sentence horror subreddit.
Okay.
And for those who don't know, 2-sentence horror is a subreddit on Reddit where people submit 2-sentence horror stories.
Okay.
Since we're Reddit subreddit.
Yeah.
This one was written by a user named This Is Not Chicken. They wrote, in quotations, "Please God, don't let it look in the closet, I silently prayed. Please God, don't let it look in the closet, it parroted back from the next room." See, so like it's spooky. Like that's like
Aired it back.
a monster was like in their house and it could hear their thoughts.
And it repeated it?
Yeah.
Did you get it?
No, I didn't. I mean, I guess I got it. I was like, wait, does that mean that
Right.
the monster's hiding from him too, and we don't know who the monster is?
I think the monster
It's a
echoed
thing.
it.
It makes you think.
May I say, I could have used a third sentence on that one.
Yeah.
I wish you found
have-
some third.
Okay, I have
I
another.
wish you found some 3 sentences.
I have
I have another 2-sentence.
Okay.
I tucked my child into bed, and as I turned to leave, they said, "Daddy, I think there is someone in my closet." When I opened the door to check, I only found an empty closet and a note pinned to the inside, written in my handwriting. "She isn't real."
That was 3 sentences, wasn't it?
That
No,
was a
that's
run on.
that's a semicolon
Can I see?
or a colon.
That's a long 2-sentence, but I liked it.
Okay, that is
Whoa,
one.
I
It's
love
a
that
sneaky.
song.
It's basically. It's kind of like
There's a lot
in
of
rhythm.
commas and a
In
lot
rhythm,
of...
it's 3 sentences.
Sorry, and what was the ending there?
she isn't real.
Which means the mom was taken to another portal, another dimension, and the demon is now the mom at this time. Am I right?
Well, no. I think it's the daughter's not real. The daughter's in bed saying there's a monster in the closet. He checks the closet and there's a note that he wrote saying she isn't real.
He wrote it himself?
It's in his handwriting. That's what he said.
So he has to remind himself?
Yeah.
I guess I like that one.
I don't
I'm going to say I think I like that
that.
one.
Now we're going to read these bad 2-sentence horrors and
Those
decide
were the
if
only
these
good
are better.
ones?
Well, there's others. I just wanted to prime us with some good ones.
I love it.
So, okay.
We come to theaters.
Here we
to
go.
Laugh, to cry.
To cry.
And although these are bad, I should just say trigger warning. It's of course these are scary,
Yeah.
or dark subjects.
Yeah.
These are edgy subjects often. These are people. I think the funniest bad 2-sentence horrors are when you can tell it's like a teenage dude who is like, I'm gonna write something so f***ed up, and it's just horribly executed.
Yeah.
If you are triggered by mediocrity, please turn off the podcast now.
We have 0 listeners.
They've all turned the podcast off.
Okay, this one's really bad.
Okay.
Some of these you can tell they're being silly. Some of them I don't know.
They're trying to be
best,
edgy.
I think that's what we have to determine.
Right.
Which ones do we think the person was trying
Okay.
to actually be scary?
I love
Okay.
that.
This first one. My boyfriend never wanted to take me out fishing until I turned into a worm.
Oh God.
They're being a little silly on that
You know
one.
that meme there, that meme
You know I don't.
of like the "Would you love me if I was a worm"?
No.
No. There was a meme going around. Okay, I love this. I get to be the teacher this time. There was a meme going around of like girlfriends being like asking their boyfriends like, "Would you love me if I was a worm?"
Oh.
And like just to test how much they love them. Like that was kind of like the joke. And then it kept evolving where, whatever. So this just shows that he didn't love her. 'Cause
Well,
he turned into a
I don't
worm.
think I would love my partner if they were a worm. That would be really hard to have sex.
Yeah.
What if they were a big worm?
Really big worm.
I don't think I'm into that, guys. I don't want to be
They
slimed.
They kind of look the same. Dry him off. Dry the worm off.
I'm going to towel the worm down?
Yeah. Let him roll around in the towel.
All right, let's
Do
get
one of
you
these.
dry.
Yeah.
And then he just, what happens?
It looks the same. I mean, it feels the same if you're not looking at it.
How do I get him
It's
in
a
the car?
worm.
See, I think
Put
these...
him in a big bag. Like a little dog.
In a tote?
Yeah. Tote
Okay.
him around.
You'd have to be really funny and fun. I don't think I
Gotta
can do
have a
it.
good personality.
Shayne?
Shayne, next one.
Okay, one could argue this is actually good, but I found this under like bad 2-sentence horror
Bad?
Twitter. There's an old bit of folklore that says shivers are caused when someone steps on your future gravesite. I'd always dismissed it as just that until I noticed that I couldn't stop shaking whenever my new neighbor was out gardening. I think that one's actually good.
Because the neighbor kills them.
Yeah.
And then buries them in their yard.
Okay.
Here's another. These are. It's like it's.
okay.
I love watching your response.
Here's
It's never not going to be all right.
Okay.
There's a guy in my class that could only answer 10 to any questions he's asked. One day, one of my classmates went missing, and he now say 11.
Oh my God! That's good. Oh my!
It's so, you cannot do spelling mistakes or grammar.
You only have 2 sentences. You can't screw up. You gotta spell check. It's 2 sentences. You now say 11.
Holy
That's
shit!
so
One
funny.
day, one of my classmates went missing, and now he say 11.
And now he say 11. I think this person wrote this for real.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
yes.
person was like, "This is gonna break the internet."
Yes.
People are gonna lose their
Holy
minds.
shit,
And now
so
he say
funny.
11.
And now you say 11 from the twisted mind. Well, we found Tommy's favorite.
Oh, that's so funny.
I love love Tommy's laugh so
No,
much.
you said 11. Okay.
Okay.
Tommy's laugh is like this beautiful wail. It's like a wailing woman.
Shut up.
And I love it so deeply.
I have different laughs depending on how hard you got me.
It's true. You
Yeah.
really do.
Is
fine.
that's the I feel like that was close to the peak there.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Now he's saying
Yeah.
that. All
was
right.
pretty good.
This one's
Oh, I got tears.
ridiculous. My precious toddler who has just learned to speak. Daddy, please stop hitting mom. Turns into evil toddler without me.
No, I hate that one.
What?
That one is so dumb.
Toddler turns into evil toddler?
Without me.
Without me.
That one was like not the best.
So who's
That
the
was
hero in
basic.
this story? Mom? That sucks.
Just there's no winners.
She's getting beat by her son and husband. That sucks.
Sucks.
Her toddler's like, come here, Mommy. Get the belt.
Okay, I think this one might be my favorite.
Okay.
When we started dating, I didn't notice anything unusual about my partner. But then one day, suddenly horses weren't called horses anymore.
Sorry.
I'm so sorry. Is that it?
That's
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Wait.
When we started dating, I didn't notice anything unusual about my partner. But then one day, suddenly horses weren't called horses anymore.
Horses weren't called
Horses anymore.
Does that mean he's dating a horse?
I don't know.
Does that...
See, isn't that scary?
It's scary
that
because
we
it
don't
doesn't
know.
make
We don't
sense.
know.
What's going on?
Suddenly horses aren't called horses anymore?
Hey, it happens.
Hey.
Horses.
Hey.
Hey.
This episode of Smosh Mouth is brought to you by ZocDoc. You know, Amanda, the other week I was feeling a little hoarse, to be honest.
That's rough. Anyway, ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors and click to instantly book an appointment.
It's amazing. The app is so streamlined, and you can find doctors within your area under your insurance with the specific specialty that you're looking for, and you can book appointments within 24 to 72 hours. It's incredible.
It is so easy. If I needed a doctor, I would definitely use ZocDoc. Stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/SmoshMouth to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/SmoshMouth. ZocDoc.com/SmoshMouth. Wasn't prepared.
Back to the show.
Wasn't prepared for that shimmy. Shimmy knocked me out.
Oh, speaking of, hey, this next one.
Hey.
This one is really scary. Boy, I am enjoying this sunny day. I hate that I'm allergic to grain, though, I said to my friend. Then the grain rain started.
Oh, dear
I
God.
don't like this
The
person.
grain rain.
The grain
What?
rain.
Someone's at the back of the bus and it's like bouncing around and it bounces really hard and he hits his head on the fucking ceiling of the bus and he's like, grain rain. I got it. Grain rain.
Grain rain.
What?
He presses submit on the 11 story and then he's like,
Say
I got
11.
another one. I got another
I've
one.
got another.
Grain rain.
Oh no, these are bad.
Oh my goodness.
As I stuck my into the glory hole.
Whoa!
I forgot.
Okay, I'm in love with this one so far.
I love it.
As I stuck my into the glory hole, I forgot to read the sign. It was the penis explosion chamber.
First of all, he used and penis in the same two sentences. I don't know about
I know,
this
you gotta
guy.
make a choice.
Penis explosion.
Penis
chamber.
explosion chamber.
So have you guys run into those?
Yeah,
often?
they have them.
Yeah.
And how do they explode? What
Yeah,
happens?
the Eagles got a lot of explosion chambers.
Oh, the Eagles?
Yeah,
That-
the Eagle.
that-
Okay.
Is that the gay bar?
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's a gay bar.
I know.
Silver Lake.
Yeah.
The,
It was a good
the
band.
leather bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane. in
I'd
there.
love to go.
that. You should. You should bring the baby.
Oh my God, I would love that. We'll
There's a
find the
baby
glory
explosion chamber.
hole. Baby explosion.
Explosion chamber. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
These are exceptionally awful. I love these.
This one's dumb. The man had the option between counting to 1 billion or 10 years in prison for his punishment. It was only after 20 years when he had lost count that he realized his mistakes.
Oh God, because it took
And that man, Mr. Beast.
Oh, he hates you.
So Okay.
It took him 20 years to count to 1 billion, but he could have served 10.
Yeah.
Right, and then he lost
That's-
count, so he had to start over, I guess.
He has to start
Probably.
over.
Oh,
It's
wow.
he's
That's
in
so
hell.
dark.
The Count of
That's
Monte
so dark,
Cristo.
starring Tony
That's what
Collette.
it's about. I read that
Yeah.
book, Alexander Dumas.
Yeah, the Count of Monte Cristo
And he
is about
counts.
this.
He counts. That's why it's so long.
I know.
Because he's counting.
They have a new movie coming out. Did you know that?
What?
What?
Well, here's what's coming is this next
Okay.
this next 2-sentence horror story.
I cannot wait.
And it goes, I in the sink. It does not stop. I sink in the
Whoa! How's he getting his body in that sink?
Oh,
Where's he sinking to? The bottom?
Oh, he's going.
I in
He's
the
gonna
sink.
drown.
I in the sink.
I sink in the. These are
This
bad.
is really awful.
Like-
that one has to be a bit.
That one has to be like.
I think that one's a bit. I think this next one's a bit. Bird
Okay.
1. Uh-oh. Bird 2. Don't worry. He only has 1 stone.
kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Very good. Very good.
That one
That's
actually
good.
crushed.
That's awesome.
I loved that.
Can anything beat 11? We
No.
gotta see.
No.
That might
No,
be the peak.
that's the funniest thing
We're
I've
gonna
ever
see
heard.
if something can beat it. As they soaked my legs in salt water, I thought this isn't a very effective way to torture someone until they brought in the goat.
Sorry.
What?
And why are we laughing? What did I
I'm
miss?
sorry. What?
So Spencer told me that apparently there's a meme made out of this 2-sentence where it's like, and then they brought in the goat, and it's a photo of LeBron walking in.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's
But
hilarious.
wait, how is
Because goats
soaking...
like salt. So it's gonna lick your legs.
And why is that torture? It sounds
I don't know.
Is it
awesome.
known that goats like salt?
I don't
Is
know.
this like a thing?
I think
that
like animals
people
like
know?
salt licks and stuff. Like they just
Sure.
lick salty
Animals
things.
like salt licks.
Okay, I'm sorry I was growing on a farm.
Also, why is it torture that your legs are soaked in salt?
I don't know.
Ooh, sounds like torture to me.
Ooh, you gotta get in the jacuzzi.
What's happening
I thought
here?
it was gonna like spray its milk in the water and turn into cheese or something. And they're like, I hate goat cheese. 2 cents or?
That's how goat cheese is
I
made.
don't know.
See,
don't know.
sentences like that make me feel like I'm tripping.
Yeah.
Right, no,
Not
yeah.
in a good way, you
Oh,
know? Where
yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
You're like, oh, I
Right.
don't understand English right
yeah,
now.
when you get out of a conversation with someone who's a little, it's a little interesting, and you're like,
Yeah.
what?
You're like, what happened there?
You're like,
Yeah.
yeah.
For my first wish, he said, I want to be a girl. Then his penis exploded.
Oh, I went to the
Is
chamber.
this the same guy?
Probably the same guy.
Yeah, I went to the chamber.
Penis
Shouldn't put your
explosion.
dick in the glory hole.
Yeah, she went
in
to
the penis
chamber.
explosion chamber.
In the penis explosion chamber.
And I think we should tell trans stories on these podcasts.
Yeah. 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 Yep.
We're already at 30 minutes. Oh my God.
Yeah. Did you accrue enough? That's the horror that's happening.
No,
is I,
Is there-
we
it
actually
doesn't
have
stop.
we actually have so many.
Oh, good, okay.
Oh,
We're actually good. We're actually good.
Oh, good.
Okay. We
This
vamped enough up top.
This morning I woke up left-handed. I just want to go home. Someone replied to that one. They just said, "What?"
Yeah.
This morning I woke up left-handed. I just want to go home.
I just want to go home.
When you wake up in the right-handed
Left-handed.
prison,
In the
I don't
in the
know.
hand
Count to Monte
explosion
Cristo.
hand
chamber.
explosion chamber.
Someone wrote, "As I sucked his,
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
it sucked back."
How?
I'm just reading what I found.
I know
okay?
you wrote this. Okay, hold on.
And I'm like, oh, you could tell which ones I wrote. So I'm like, what'd you guys think of that
Yeah.
one?
Yeah,
Which
you like
I
that
think
one?
the comments were actually pretty positive, which was cool. Very supportive.
They keep that at the hospital in case you take the wrong. They got to pump your stomach. They're like, open up.
Oh, now it's a 2-sentence horror.
I love it. I love it.
They say you only die when you're forgotten. I lie in my coffin, as I have for the last 1,000 years, waiting for the sweet release of death. I wish I had never cured cancer.
Okay, you can't make a horror story out of curing cancer.
Well-
Sorry,
Yeah,
bud.
you can't.
You're alive
Because
in the
he's
coffin
not
forever.
forgotten, because he
Right.
cured cancer, so everyone knows
Yeah.
who they are.
Yeah, and isn't that horrific to think that,
That is
cancer is cured?
horrific. Oh my god. And for him to be in a coffin, I will say, I do not want to be in a coffin alive.
Oh no, being buried alive is my
don't-
biggest fear.
no.
Yeah,
nobody-
I don't want to do that.
No, that's terrifying.
I mean,
You know, I feel like they did those on shows like back in the day, like Fear Factor. I don't want that.
Yeah.
They did remember when they did on Traitors recently and they put them in the coffin?
Okay, but they're not buried. They're just in a coffin.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, because then you're just in a
Top
box.
was on.
Yeah, I'm claustrophobic, so like anything that's
Same.
like that really like upsets me. But then I'm thinking like if I'm buried in you're gonna run out of oxygen at some point.
Yeah.
I guess the most uncomfortable part is going to be like shitting and pissing your pants and then being stuck in the shit and piss in your box.
They dig it up. They're like, how is this filled? This is filled to the brim with shit.
I shat in the box, then the box shat in me.
How did he have so much shit? He filled up the coffin.
I drowned in my.
I think this person was genuinely trying to be scary.
Okay, let's do it.
My first mistake was ignoring the report of vampires in the city. My second mistake was buying that all are welcome doormat.
Oh, because
'cause when
vampires have to be invited in.
We've seen sinners.
Yeah, we've seen
We've
sceners.
seen sceners.
Seen sceners.
I love sceners.
I love sceners.
My friends never understood why. Despite my vast wealth, I was terrified of large women carrying baskets. The origin of my phobia is
Large
that
women?
a cursed day from my childhood when my little brother was stolen away in the basket of a horrible ogress, never to be seen again.
That was your aunt, Christy. She was visiting you, bastard.
So that's like, those are the two longest sentences ever.
Also,
What? So specific of an ogress?
Okay, this one's ridiculous. We can cut this one. I think it's really funny.
Oh boy.
Okay. I went into my first day as a police officer happy as could be. Then they gave me the racism injection.
Oh my heaven, Lord.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
So that's how it happened.
That's how it
This
occurs.
person wrote this feeling really good. They're like,
They're
this
like,
is a movie.
That's how it goes.
Like,
Like, this is a
check
plot.
that.
Plot to a movie. Check that shit.
Oh my god.
God.
Jesus. That's so stupid.
Bad.
I read this last time.
Okay.
This might be my favorite two-sentence horror. I love this one so much.
Okay.
I said this last time, and I just wanted to bring this one back. It's
Better
a
be
classic.
good.
Okay.
I didn't know where the muffled screams were coming from until I lifted bun of my burger. That's when I saw that the patty was actually meat men. I love it. Meat men.
lifted
Did he
bun
say
of my burger?
lifted bun of my
Lifted
burger?
Lifted bun of my
Lifted
burger,
bun
and it
of my
turns out the
burger.
burger was actually meat men.
Meat man.
This is my
Meat men.
brain. I'm on another
so
planet.
I need to break this down as the patty made of men.
It's made of meat men.
So
What does
there's
that
they're
mean?
little
Screaming.
men.
They're screaming meat
They're
men.
little men
that
are meat
that are meat.
that have
and there's-
made.
Oh, I hate that.
I know.
actually really
It's
hate
actually
that.
very
It's actually
scary.
really
Really scary. That's
This is
a
actually
horror.
the best one I've ever heard.
This is actually the best one I've ever heard.
God, the thinking about meat men makes me want to scream and
Meat
cry.
men and the creature are like the two legends of two-sentence horror.
I don't remember the creature.
Oh, the creature.
The creature?
The creature. Yeah.
Do you remember it off the top of your head?
There's a lot of stories that have to do with the creature. You know, it's like, people are enjoying their cereal. They didn't know that I got the milk from my creature.
Oh.
Oh.
It's not a penis. It's a creature.
What?
Sounds
Nobody
like
said
a
it was
penis.
a penis.
I know, but
Sounds
I
like
just
a
didn't know.
penis
I didn't
to
want
me.
you to just like
That's so
infer
wild.
that.
That's
I
what
can
I
see how
call
you can
mine.
infer that.
That's what you
well,
wild
okay.
that you thought that it was a penis right away when no one even mentioned it.
All right. Next story. At the zoo, the child fell over the railing and into the lion's den. The crowd screamed, and the child's mother watched in silent terror as the child unhinged their jaw to swallow the lion whole.
Okay.
So a reverse haram.
Yeah, a reverse Harambe.
You ready for this next one?
No response from him.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, I heard.
No,
No,
he
no,
heard.
no,
that
He
was
just-
good. That was
he
funny.
chose to
Okay.
ignore it.
It's funny.
Yeah, no, that's good.
No, he doesn't care.
We're not
Okay.
even halfway through these stories,
That's
so
that's a
That's a
2 cents horror.
Yeah, am I right?
Go for it.
I was so surprised when my wife told me she was pregnant. We had been the only two left after the apocalypse a few years back, and we were lesbians.
Oh no!
So
Someone wrote that, and they were like,
Get a donor.
so
the apocalypse happened. They're the only two left.
There's sperm
so it's
somewhere.
immaculate conception, or she cheated on her.
But the apocalypse happened. They're the only two left.
Oh wait, they already had a kid?
What?
No.
No.
Oh, so they're never gonna have a kid.
Well,
No, she's pregnant.
Isn't that scary?
Oh, who did that?
Uh-oh.
Somebody's lying.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
There's a guy hidden somewhere.
Right.
There's a little sperm here hidden.
I'm trying to find where the horror is.
I don't even know.
Oh, could you imagine?
I don't think the person writing it knew.
No, they didn't. They wrote the word lesbians and
they were like,
yes,
Got him.
got him.
Want to sit on that bench? I asked her after a wonderful park date.
Oh.
No, not there. That is where I was murdered, she replied.
She's a ghost.
She's a ghost!
I love this Hallmark movie
That's fine.
where she follows them around and then at the end she goes, bye. And he goes, oh, did you see that little girl like hanging out with us? And it was like, what little girl? You mean this one who's been dead for 10 years?
He has the picture.
He has the photo in his pocket.
Yeah, and it's a really nice frame.
I think this one, they were trying to be genuinely scary.
Okay.
I think it's pretty good.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Our town's population sign says 1 million. That number is strictly maintained.
Oh, that's fun. That's a fun beginning of a plot.
Yeah, that
for,
sets
it up.
for a thing.
That means
they
if they
do
go
a-
over 1 million.
They do a
They kill
purge.
people.
They do a purge every now and then.
Right.
Whoa.
Or they turn them into the food.
Yeah, you know.
You know. Or it's like that one movie, their book, I think it's The Seer or something, where they like have the one person like see what humanity used to be or whatever.
Giver?
And then The Giver.
Giver.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Seer.
The Seer, The Giver, you know. Whatever.
Wow. So it all started with this.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
the authors read that
Yeah,
20
the
years
authors
ago.
read that.
Yeah,
And
they're like,
we're gonna
okay,
make
I have an
this.
idea.
Do you think authors and like horror directors get their ideas from subreddit?
It's actually very possible.
You were really happy with that
I mean,
prompt.
some creepypastas have been turned into movies and stuff. So
Slenderman.
Slenderman and other things.
Do you think that person got credit? Who created Slenderman?
No.
I don't know, because some of them are kind of like anonymous.
Yeah,
so they're
when
kind of like,
when you create like an internet creature thing, you like kind of lose your.
unless you
ability
are
to
the one
claim
who
it.
make the thing out of it. And that's happened. Some people have taken their stories, like Pen Pal, I think, got turned into a book. And it was by the person who wrote it on the internet. They turned it.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
well that's.
You got to do it before Hollywood steals it from you.
Yeah, snatch.
The two boys and their sister counted the money in their piggy banks, and it was $6. Will the assassin on the dark web agree to kill Daddy for $6? Asked the youngest.
What?
Okay,
This
so
is
they're
sick.
So
You
they're.
ever think about that?
I thought the dad was gonna be like held hostage, and they're like we gotta save him for $6.
No, they want to kill Daddy.
They want to kill Daddy on the dark web.
Kiddies kill Daddy.
These 6-year-olds are on the dark web.
Should I tell them that $6 won't even cut clothes?
No, I won't do it.
Maybe if there's a cheap assassin, it's another kid who's
Really
like
cheap budget assassin.
Oh my God, that's the sickest idea ever. Keep it.
Oh my god, I'm gonna
Write
write
that down.
With a
I'm gonna write
comedy?
that. Okay.
Write that down.
Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg. Get him.
It's gonna be a
Star
hit
Power.
in 2012.
Star power.
For my second wish, I wish all blind people can see, but if only they pay monthly subscription to me. My first wish was to make everyone in the world go blind.
Okay, Black Mirror.
Oh my!
but
I was just gonna
ba-
say
but
that.
like
Black
bad,
Mirror.
bad,
Black Mirror.
Black Mirror.
Bad.
Yeah.
Bad Mirror.
Did you see the first Black Mirror of this new season? Okay.
I saw they're all one-offs, so I just like hopped around if
Yeah.
the premise seemed good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was this the one with
Rashida
Rashida
Jones,
Jones?
the one-
I
yeah.
did watch that.
That
one.
one was sad.
Oh, sad.
I
Her
liked
name
that
was
one.
Amanda.
It was a really good one, but it
Really
was
sad.
so sad. I
So
was like,
sad.
oh, I don't want to be bummed out right now.
Yeah, I watched that on the treadmill. So
That's
anyway,
not okay.
People are like,
Anyway.
why is he crying? Well, he's running.
I was just like, man, this sucks.
You're watching
15 incline.
15 incline.
I'm like-
you're going straight in.
God.
You're just hanging. You're doing pull-ups.
Yeah.
God.
Okay, this next one.
Okay.
Check this one out. Oh, don't worry. Amanda was picked up by her aunt an hour ago. Neither me nor my husband have a sister.
What? Don't even get it.
Oh, so
What?
this is just Amanda got kidnapped.
She got kidnapped.
I don't want to hear that.
Don't worry, you're not sitting on the aisle. You're not gonna get kidnapped.
No, that's
You're
why I
sitting
don't-
in the center
That's why I
of
don't
the movie
sit on the
theater.
aisle. I don't want to get
You're not
snatched
gonna
up.
get snatched.
Or someone tickle my back of my leg. That happens at movies, I hear.
This isn't
People go,
Bugs
beep,
Life
beep,
4D.
beep, beep.
You're not gonna get tickled in the back. God, when the little, do you know what I'm talking about?
Bugs Life 4D?
Yeah, or whatever 5D, whatever.
No, I don't remember.
It's a Disney. It's like a
5D.
Disney. Do you know what I'm talking about?
What are you talking about?
The Disney, the Bugs Life movie. It wasn't a ride. It was like a sit-in movie theater.
Life.
Okay, yeah. At Disney World, there was like a Bugs Life thing.
And then you'd get like...
Yeah, they had a stinger come and poke your back.
Didn't experience that.
Right?
That's terrible.
Isn't there? And I hate every time I would watch the movie
glove
like
comes
this.
out of your seat and punches you in the face.
I'd sit like this as a kid to avoid the stinger.
It's terrifying.
Anyway, there was that.
They mess up your back.
The original Alien thing before they turned it into Stitch. With the anyway.
At Disney World in Florida.
Yeah, that's spooky.
Shit, I saw footage of that. That is messed up.
And my mom's like, "Let's go on it."
Whew.
Anyway, it was horrific.
Let's go on it.
Back in the 90s when Disney World used to try to kill you.
Yeah.
Your mom has long legs. That's a bummer.
I actually love the setup of this one.
Okay.
I love this.
Okay.
I fainted when the teacher told me that a man named Mr. Adam came to pick up my son. Mr. Adam is the name my son gave to a background character who disappeared from the painting in my house 2 hours ago.
Okay, I do actually like that.
I like a figure in a painting being gone suddenly.
It's really
and then
scary.
It's like your son starts to say like, "Oh yeah, I saw him." It's like, what? That actually gives me the spooks.
That's fun.
I'm like, ooh.
The ones that are good are the setup to something that could be more actually interesting. But I like that. That's good.
I like that.
One.
I really like horror movies where the kid says something that's like, "Did you see him?" And it's like, "See who?" The guy in the painting, and you're like,
yeah.
Well, I've got good news for you. That's about half of all horror movies.
I know.
As a kid saying something.
And I love it.
When I was babysitting yesterday, a little part of me was like, I hope you don't talk to anyone that's not actually there because I'm going to freak out a little bit.
Yeah.
My niece and nephew did. My niece before my first niece, my goddaughter, before she would go to bed will you please check the closet? The witch is in there. Ooh. I'm not kidding. and me being that person was like, I really don't want to. And I would look in, there was nothing there. And then I learned that her dad, to scare her once, was like, "Don't go running down there. There's a donkey and a witch." And he just said it. And that's why.
Oh,
and now she's scarred for life.
And my mom would do this thing where she was like, "You got to take the donkey out of the room before you tuck her in." I was like, "I'm not doing that. I don't know who the donkey is, and I'm not doing that." But I watched my mom go, "Come on, little donkey," and take out this fake donkey. And then she slept.
How'd she lure the witch out?
The witch stayed.
Oh, the witch
is always there.
Yeah.
Daddy, why did you start painting my room blue? Because it's a nice color, sweetie, I say while I slip the crushed peanuts into her lunch.
What? Oh, what?
So
It doesn't even establish that she has a peanut allergy. He's just doing it.
What?
So what's the pain about?
Is the blue supposed to be the sky where she's gonna die?
He's redoing the room for another purpose.
Okay, he's repainting. He's painting the room. He's repainting the room.
He needs an office.
He's repainting the room because it's no longer going to be her room. Then he's
That's awful.
giving her as I slip the crushed peanuts into her lunch. It's insane, man.
Do you guys remember The Sixth Sense? The best movie ever.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you remember Misha Barton's story?
Oh, terrifying.
Where she died and then she you know how he sees dead people?
Yeah, I saw it once a long time ago.
Where she grabs his legs to try to tell him to solve her murder, and it's the husband's wife. So her stepmom has been slowly poisoning her, and she set up a camera.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's essentially the same story.
Mm-hmm.
So they stole it from Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically they stole it from Sixth Sense.
Stole it from Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When his girlfriend ghosted him, he decided to upload their sex videos on the internet. After taking his newly prescribed meds, he opened his laptop only to find videos of him making love to the air.
Trisha Paytas did that one time. Sorry.
Which part?
No one remembers that. She a ghost one time. What's up?
Whoa!
Yeah, it was really cool.
Did you see it?
Yeah, it was like a profile of you, and she was just like going like, yeah, and she was like f***ing a ghost. I don't know. This was in her like Bing Bong era.
Wait.
It was in her Bing Bong.
Did you
era.
watch it? How do you watch it?
She like uploaded a video on I think Twitter or something.
Can you find it?
I probably could find it.
Okay.
I can show you later.
Wow. Okay.
So that's what that was suggesting, right? Is that he's ghost?
Yeah.
People say that a lot, though. They say like they have sex with aliens.
I've heard people say they've had sex with aliens or ghosts and stuff. I've heard people.
None of them have hit me up.
Oh, you have to be chosen.
Yeah.
You got to go to bed looking
Chosen.
cute. Chosen.
Aliens, I'm prepared.
Aliens, come on.
I've douched for you. The water runs clear with me.
Is that what that movie A River Runs Through it's about?
No, no, it's not. That's a great movie.
It's about
Sad.
a perfectly
It's about
clean
douching.
cavity.
Never runs through it. Please stop.
Okay.
That Legends of the Fall, good one.
Yeah, that's the sequel. All right.
Very good.
Thanks, guys.
Brad Pitt in both of those.
Got your nose, Daddy! My son squealed excitedly, ripping my
I looked
nose
down.
from
Yeah,
my
yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Smiling at my son, I reattached the prosthetic and wished I hadn't done so much cocaine back in college.
Oh, he undid the scary part?
He undid the scary
Wait,
part.
what's the original?
I got your nose.
I got your nose, and I'm like, oh, he's going to rip the nose off. And then he was like, but it actually was a prosthetic because I did coke in college. It's like, okay.
That prosthetic must have been like easily put on there. He should get that redone.
Just
Maybe it's a little magnet. Take it on, take it off.
That's awful. Could you imagine?
Yeah, you put it in the bubbling water next to your bed when you go to sleep. Yeah.
You're like kissing someone. You're like, oh my God.
Sorry, this is in the way. All right. Next time. I would want mine to make a pop sound when I took it
you
off.
want that.
Yeah. I'd put a little speaker in there like a gift card thing.
What?
When you open it up and it goes, wah, 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 wah. Okay, next.
Two bad scented horrors make me feel like I'm tripping.
As I climbed to the top of Everest, I realized they had lied. If anything, it's melting up here. I should take my jacket off.
Oh, you know what he has?
Hypothermia.
Yeah, he has
'Cause
that
it's-
disease where
it's
you
actually-
walk out and you take off all your clothes and you think you're hot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's hypothermia.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I just said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember?
Remember?
Remember when they found those hikers and they all were naked and all their clothes were, or is that a horror movie?
I mean, Mount Everest has a bunch of dead people on it.
It
because-
literally
It
so many
does.
dead people.
It does.
I don't know why people want to do it.
I also heard that Mount Everest has a bunch of trash
It
up
does,
there.
It's
because
a ton of
you
trash.
can't clean up after yourself. Yeah, so
sad.
So people risk their lives and go up on this huge mountain to trash the place and potentially die. And then they're like, you've got to climb Everest.
I know, and I'm like, no.
You're gonna love it. No.
There's a movie called Everest. That's an old 90s movie.
Thanks. That's awesome.
It's a good one.
Okay.
All right.
You'll never see me jump out of a airplane with a parachute, and you'll never see me climb a mountain where I could potentially fall off. Too clumsy.
I kind of agree with you about the airplane part.
Yeah.
Mountain part, maybe, but not Everest.
Yeah.
Well, you could do the climb the mountain, then you could skydive off of it if you fall.
Okay.
Wow. Is that your plan?
Not gonna do that.
Whoa!
It's long legs. Hello.
In looking for bad two-sentence horror stories, I found this posted a couple different places. It is a real article from BBC News,
Okay, can you read
and
it
it's
in a
a
British
real
accent for
it's
us?
a real two-sentence horror story.
It's gotta be British.
A little girl said monsters were in her bedroom. It was 60,000 bees.
That's a lot of bees.
Wait.
The fact that they knew, like, oh, that's 60,000 for sure.
What?
60,000 bees in her bedroom.
60,000 bees were in her bedroom.
So I guess she's hearing like a.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm falling in a tunnel in a black hole going, ah, help. And you guys are really far up, like almost get out. And there's no way I can get to
Like
the top.
60,000.
You're like, you get it, right? And I'm like, I get it.
It was 1955 when Dad left to get a pack of cigarettes and a carton of milk. It was 2025 when he returned with the cigarettes and the milk, and he hadn't aged at all.
Oh my God, he went through a portal.
Yeah, he went through a portal.
See, that's
the
fun.
milk portal.
That's fun.
The milk.
That's
I
fun.
don't think I would date a guy who would just get a pack of cigarettes and milk. I feel like that's just
Who
that,
gets a pack of cigarettes
that's
and milk?
Typical guy.
That's called a dude lunch.
That's a dude lunch.
That's a dude lunch. We've heard about girl dinner. Dude lunch?
Dude lunch.
Cigarette.
And that's cigarettes and milk.
Cigarettes and milk. You
That
dip,
probably
you dip
actually,
them like Oreos.
It probably hits. You dip them like Oreos.
You guys didn't watch this newest season of Survivor, but there were two grown-ass men who love milk, and they openly talked about it, that they drink milk all the time.
People who drink milk as a snack, I don't trust them.
Neither
That's why
do
I don't trust Arasha, because she's like, oh, yeah, I'll drink a glass of milk. And I'm like, I don't trust you.
I don't do that.
Friday drinks milk. I know. No, I know.
Really? What kind?
And why-
Don't tell him I told you.
Can you tell me what
Why?
kind?
Whole.
I guess that's better than
Whole.
skim.
Oh. I grew up on skim.
So did I.
won't
It's
touch
nasty.
skim. It's water.
Nasty.
It's water.
It's white
It's
water.
white water. Thank you.
It's water.
Yeah.
It's for sure water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I grew up on it too. But
You did?
It's skim milk, yeah.
Did it help us in any way, guys?
No.
No. Okay. Just wanted to
No,
make sure.
I the posters told me I would be like Michael Jordan, and it never happened.
So I don't think that's ever gonna happen for you.
I'm starting to break it to you. It might not happen
I think I
anymore.
might be the polar opposite of Michael Jordan
Yeah.
in so many ways.
I don't think that's ever not gonna work for you, bud.
There's some sort of spectrum where I'm on the opposite.
yeah. Yeah, you're not getting there. Ever.
Nope.
Nope.
All right. I watched everyone evacuate from the coast as the sea receded after an earthquake.
Tsunami.
3 days later, the water hasn't returned yet.
Oh, so the tsunami never came.
Tsunami didn't come, but the in the sink.
The sink, and they sunk in.
That's where all the water went.
Yeah.
Okay. So the
Yeah.
ocean's gone.
The ocean's gone. It's not coming back.
I get it.
That's
The ocean's scary, but also, come on.
This one's really good.
Okay.
My wife got me a bracelet with the first initials of our kids on it. Now I lay on the side of the road, paramedics dragging me, as I silently pray for Donna, Nick, and Rachel. Did you get it?
He's got his bracelet says DNR, do not resuscitate. So he's like, oh, if I die, I'm not going to get resuscitated because those are my kids' names.
So she wanted him dead.
I think that's a liberty you're taking right
No.
now. But
But I like
She
it.
gave him a bracelet.
she purposefully named her kids DNR so that when he eventually would get
Yep.
in an accident, which she planned,
She planned.
That's some 5D
Her
chess
boyfriend
right there.
hit him.
Okay.
and the kid hit her too.
And then
And the evil
was like,
toddler.
and I'm going to hit you.
I'm gonna
Get
hit
the
you.
belt.
I have slain all the soldiers in your skeleton army. It's time for you to give up now. Ah, but you forgot one, said the evil wizard, as I began to feel a strange itch deep in my bones.
Oh, he's a skeleton.
He's a skeleton.
We all are.
I struggle when stories are like, wait, I've been dead this whole time? Speaking of Sixth Sense.
Yeah, but you love Sixth Sense.
Spoiler alert. I love Sixth Sense. And trust me, I was stunned with that ending.
I've already said this. When I first watched it, I think it was like a weekend or a day home from school. And my mom's like, isn't it crazy that he's dead the whole time? And I went, I didn't know that. And then she was like,
You
I
told
thought
me
you saw
this.
this.
You told me this, and
So I never got to experience that
that
movie
was
how it was
really-
supposed to be experienced.
really hard for me to handle.
Yep. It's okay.
Shayne didn't listen to anything we said.
Sorry, I'm
focused on
looking
the
through-
two-sentence
No,
word.
I love our podcast. It's great. Okay.
How you guys?
Hey.
How was that?
I know when Shayne is focused on something that he's ready to read.
Because I'm reading some of these and I'm like, some of these are awful. And some of these that I found, I'm like, oh, they're not scary, but they're just like, okay.
Love it.
Okay. But here we go. This
Okay.
one's gross.
Yes.
Oh.
But it's dumb.
Okay.
To think that such a disgusting lump of flesh nearly killed you, the surgeon mused, holding the extracted tumor above the patient's young body. Now dispose of it, replied the tumor.
That's awesome.
Dispose of the body.
The tumor is alive.
I actually like that.
That's fun.
That feels fun.
Ha 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 ha, the brothers laughed as they leafed through their family photo album. These all look AI generated. Next, you'll be saying we look nothing alike, their mother joked stiffly, who'd given up her a career as a nurse to raise them.
Who's given up her career? Wait,
What?
reread that?
What?
Hold on,
What?
let me read that one
Who's given up her career?
The horror is reality. Ha ha ha, the brothers laughed as they leafed through their family photo album. These all look AI generated. Next, you'll be saying we look nothing alike, their mother joked stiffly, who'd given up her career as a nurse to raise them.
What's the horror?
I don't know.
I think
her
the
career?
sentence grammar is the horror in that one.
Yeah.
What?
What's the AI generated?
I don't know.
Okay.
She's a nurse means she stole 3 children. And all those kids are not actually hers.
You're the perfect audience for these 2-sentence horrors because you're filling in blanks.
You
that
actually make it make
weren't
sense.
there.
Yeah, that weren't
And
there
you're
at all.
making it
And the writer's like,
fun.
I never thought about that.
Okay.
I told my wife of 20 years that I had believed I was going blind when everything started to turn black. When I opened my eyes, my college roommate said, "Hey dude, pass the salvia. It's been my turn for the last 10 minutes."
No! He tripped into a whole other world where he had a
Just
wife.
God.
That's awful. Have you guys ever done salvia?
No.
No, what the
Me neither.
Okay, good. Glad we established that.
Me neither.
The way you're saying it, I'm not sure.
No, I really have not.
Okay.
But I knew people who did.
I remember when I was a teenager,
nope.
the stories you'd hear about salvia were nuts.
Exactly. I did not do that.
I never heard of anyone I know smoking salvia, but people talked about it.
Yeah.
They're just like, have you heard about salvia?
Yeah.
And it made me go, I'd never want to do that.
Yeah, of course. Same.
And that's it. I accidentally put the crushed peanuts one again there at the bottom.
Let's hear it again.
That's so awkward.
Daddy, why did you start painting my room blue? Because it's a nice color, sweetie, I say while I slip the crushed peanuts into her lunch.
God, it's how like when you watch a movie back after you've watched it through and it's different the second time you read it.
And you know what I thought? She wanted crunchy peanut butter and everything's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the horrors that it was never scary at all.
At all. Yeah. Ooh.
I found some from The Creature.
Okay.
Selina put some Creature ones in
I'd
here.
love to hear some Creature ones.
We read these last time, but they're so good. It almost feels like Christmas, except I've got no eggnog. Thankfully, I can just milk some more from my Creature.
Okay. I would love that Creature.
Me too. That would be awesome. Eggnog
I'm
forever?
I'm an eggnog freak.
Me too. Why do we only have it at Christmas?
I love eggnog.
delicious.
I don't know. It pisses me off.
I love eggnog, but I will say I drink a glass and then I'm like, I have to lay down for the rest of the day.
And that's the glory of eggnog.
Yes, you don't have to do anything around Christmas.
I do whiskey. What do you do with eggnog?
Oh, we used to do Bailey's,
Yeah.
and then we would do whiskey. Like
Bailey's is crazy because that's more cream.
Family event, no, disgusting, awful, horrible, delicious.
Yeah.
Family events was like, I think it was whiskey, rum,
Right.
and I think it was Bailey's, and then it was delicious eggnog.
I love like a angry whiskey, like a rye or something, and so that can really bite through. And I just drink that sap
So
by the
Are
fire.
you guys going to judge me when I tell you my family drinks it sober? We just drink eggnog.
No,
I'm
I've
not
done
gonna
that
judge
too.
you. I'm not gonna judge you.
Well,
Yeah, it's like-
I never actually put alcohol in eggnog.
It's like
I
melted
just
ice cream.
just
Oh,
drink
it's
it.
really good.
I've had both.
No, I've heard
It like makes sense when you
like
have
the
you're
cinnamon,
like,
right?
oh.
Like a
yeah, because then there's
spice to
because then you drink it and you're like, it's like cold nutmeg, yum, and then it goes like warm, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, Christmas.
I have
Yeah.
I have had it with it, but it's just my family just
Right.
typically doesn't.
And
Yeah.
let me just say the prepackaged ones that are like spiked eggnog, those are nasty.
No,
Yeah.
don't get those.
Get eggnog and
and you just
an alcohol.
stir it in.
Yeah.
Also, oat milk eggnog, I know, crazy, but if you can't do lactose, that
It's
is okay.
decent. Yeah.
It's decent.
That's good for like an eggnog latte. That's good to drink on its own,
Yeah.
the oat milk one, because then it's
Yeah.
not like drinking straight
cream.
cream.
Yeah,
It's just so good.
It's so good. I love it so much.
and that's it.
Wow.
Whoa. You. The creature?
Boo said the
Boo
ghost.
said the ghost. No.
It's Polo, said the other ghost. Are they playing Marco Polo?
They're playing Marco Polo.
I told Selina I don't think that counts as a two-sentence word. That counts as a joke. That's
I think that's
like
a bit.
a perfectly
I think that's a good
crafted
bit.
joke.
it's a really good
that's a
bit.
good
Like
bit.
that's a well-crafted
really good boat.
dad joke. Boo said the ghost. No, it's Polo, said the other ghost.
And they're friends. They've been friends a long time,
Yeah.
those ghosts.
just because they're
But
ghosts.
they're ghosts.
Oh!
Ghosts
That's
don't
the horror, but they're
inherently
ghosts.
have to be scary.
Yeah, some ghosts
Oh!
are chill.
I think ghosts are inherently silly.
Well, you've never had a spooky ghost happen to you
Okay,
then.
so someday,
Yeah, ghosts
someday I die and I become a ghost. What? I'm suddenly scary now? I stop being silly?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna be more silly.
But you've seen shit when you're a ghost, so I think you're going to be
What have I
scary.
seen?
No, it's the way that you're trying to communicate that becomes. You're like, "Hey guys," and then they see you going, "Oh yeah," and they're like, "Ah!" It has nothing to do with you being
Okay.
a silly guy.
Exactly.
Okay. I get that. Fair.
I'm trying to think of a 2-sentence horror right now, and I know it's not good, but I want something
Just give it
like,
a shot. Let
I
it
want
spill
something
out of
like,
your mouth.
Hey,
Okay, well, you didn't start off well.
Hey, Mom, why is Dad upstairs in my bedroom? And then, and then the mom goes, your father's been dead for 5 years.
That's better than half the ones we've read today.
I just love that shit. Wait, can I say something really? I know we're about to end, but I'm not kidding. I went on a girls' cabin trip to Idlewild. It was so much fun, but what we didn't realize is the house was actually haunted.
Oh,
And the dog is the mayor.
No.
That's the true sense horror.
No.
He is.
It was actually haunted, but the guy who like rented it to us was like, "Oh no, it's haunted." And literally, I was staying up in the attic area with my friend Sam.
Most haunted part.
And she goes, "Amanda, can you grab my shirt?" It was like a sweatshirt or whatever. And I come out of the bathroom downstairs. And I went, "Huh?" She goes, "Didn't you just walk upstairs?" And I said, "No." And Lauren, our other friend, went, "I saw her walk upstairs." And they both said what I was wearing, and it matched. And it wasn't me, and there was no one up there.
You had a mimic. That's what they call them. I watch TikTok.
Or they saw the future.
Yeah, that's true.
Me going upstairs?
I've got a 2 cents horror.
Go.
It's pretty good, maybe.
Go.
And I got to kind of like figure it out as I say it. Okay.
Let it spell out.
I thought I asked my mom for creamy peanut butter when I was eating my peanut butter and jelly sandwich. But that's when, but then it was crunchy and I realized all my teeth had fallen out.
You know what that means? You were dreaming because it was a teeth falling out dream.
Okay, well, I was actually just coming up with the
And
2
then
cents
you woke
horror.
up. Then you woke up and you said, "Can I have a peanut butter jelly sandwich?" And your mom replied, "What's peanut butter?" And you live in a world where peanut butter doesn't exist.
Wow, the room's blue. Crazy.
The room is blue.
Do you got one? Do you have a stupid one?
Okay.
Send them off with it.
All right.
This is the last part of the podcast. The stakes are high.
Okay. As I began scratching the itch on my arm, my wife said, "I guess you'll find out if it's really cake or not." Because it's as my cake.
You could be cake.
I could be cake.
Oh.
See?
See?
What if I'm cake?
That's a good
Looks
one.
like that's how we're gonna end it.
See? What if
And
I'm
I'm
cake?
grateful that we're ending it here. Oh,
What if I'm cake?
so you're cake?
What if
He's
I'm cake?
What if he's cake?
Guys, I'm so far down this get out tunnel. I don't know where I am.
Come back.
Help me. Wow.
Well,
Wow.
Those
these
two
were-
sentence horrors.
I hope you guys aren't too scared.
Yeah.
Turn the lights back on.
You're safe, guys. It's okay.
Everything's
worry.
okay.
You're good.
We're here with you.
Thanks, Tommy.
Yeah, thanks, Tommy.
Did you tell I'm out of my mind?
We needed you more than you needed us.
Thanks, guys. This was awesome.
All right,
I love
guys.
hearing stories from the beginning to the end.
Yeah.
And if you
I didn't
see,
miss a single minute.
Yep. And if you see an old lady at the movie theater and she sits next to you, don't worry about it. She will move.
She will leave. Mm-hmm. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.